Hey everyone, welcome back my Scraps, and today we are playing West of Loathing. Apparently, during my previous recording, there was no audio at all. I won't have been able to fix it, I don't think, so I hope you enjoyed it anyway. I do enjoy my rambling, so yeah. Anyway, I found out between recordings, so here's the next video, and this one is with audio. Good. Let's go ahead and explore the gunman I mentioned here. There's a lady carrying some weird equipment. Florence is still hanging around outside. You ready to get this show on the road? Neither one of us is getting into the place alone, I'm pretty sure. Let's go. Roger, copy. It's Suf, actually. It's Florence, the ghost hunter. How's tricks, Flo? She raises an eyebrow at you and glances at one of her weird instruments. According to my weird instruments, there are 13 ghosts left on the premises. More precisely, there are 4 left on the first floor, 4 left on the second, and 5 on the third. Talk to her about your current location. Anytime you want to deal with a spider so we can get the show on the road, I'm ready. Any old time. Spider? You try the handle of the front door. It seems locked, but some kind of force is holding it shut. Yeah, some ghost is playing tricks on you because they know you're into packing signs. Stand back, I got this. Florence in limbo's her weird rifle and fires a short burst of swirling light into the doorknob. You hear an eek sound from inside and the door swing open. Ha, works every time. Oh, there's a little spider here. We can even smack it like that. Amazing. See, that wasn't so bad. It's for you to say. She shudders again. Okay, well. What does it say here? It's a plaque. The house of Mrs. Teresa Terry Gunn, built a stately, if architecturally unusual manor house in the late 70s, complete in 1877, using the proceeds from a famous invention, the gun. After her retirement in 1891, she graciously opened many of the rooms to the public as a museum and a historical center. Interesting. How's tricks, Flo? Oh, well, thanks. Talk later then. It's a newfangled electric intercom system. Use it. It's making an annoying humming and crackling noise. Press the talk button. Hello? Ah, a ghost just said hell. He's spooky. I'm pretty sure that's not a ghost. The intercom was just busted. Try again. Oh, hello, who's this? Mrs. Gunn? No, I isn't Mrs. Gunn. Oh man, it would have been a pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken, would it? Try again. Miss Gunn, did you know your intercom is broken? You'll have to take up. My intercom is broken. Are we just gonna do this old vaudeville gags all day? What do you mean old? It's 1895. Vaudeville is at its peak. Miss Gunn, we'll hear about ghost explanation you requested. Well, one of us is, and the other is just generally adventuresome. Can we have a word? I can't take out what you may say. Come up to the 3rd floor. Alright, the floor it is, then what? Stop it. Well, it's cold as a federal grant administrator's heart in here. No one was causing that. You don't think it's, all the dice. Nah, you got it backwards. Dice couldn't be here if it wasn't cold to begin with. That's science. Maybe the house heat got shut off somehow. We'd better see if the furnace boilers or something. I'd be probably in the basement. I've already found it though. I just don't know how to turn it on. The radiator is as cold as the radiator is when the boiler isn't working. I can go into the parlor here. Oh, lights, fancy. Huh, rich folks sure have strange taste in art. Rat. Sit. It's a sofa with some throw pillows on it. Neat. This painting is only kind of good. It's one of those night fruits. The door's barred. You move the bathroom door and hurl it out near a nearby window. Go through the door. Well, there's a little hole in here. There's a bunch of things. A plot locker. Lucky for us, I have a key for every model they make. Florence fumbles a giant keyring out of her pocket and finds the one that unlocks the door for you. Head on in. Oh hey, a lab, check it out. Florence starts excitedly putting around workbenches and shelves. They must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half of this stuff. Okay, well, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Psst, relax, I have an advanced degree in tinkering and fiddling. You assume that these 3 boxes all contain the same thing, but you don't know what it is. Locks, maybe? This workbench is laid with scrap metal and later canister labeled bismuth, do not eat. It's a charge with all 76 elements on it, including calcium, chromium, and silicon. They even left room for the ones that haven't been discovered yet, like blarcium, fluorcium, irium. It's a workbench with a device on it. This device clearly has a purpose, but you can't fathom what it is. Maybe that blueprint in the wall could help you out. It's some kind of complicated blueprint. Try to figure it out. Aha! It's a device with a digital likeness of gunfire, a silence control, if you will. Let's go ahead and get a 1.24047 so. It's a bunch covered with gunsmithing tools and supplies. You don't really know much about gunsmithing, so you just kind of randomly cram pieces together until you have something gun shaped. The worst gun. It's a cabinet full of first aid supplies. We've got patent-o-matic and expensive medicine here. And a box of science stuff. That's awesome. What can I do with this? Nothing at the moment. Heal 50% of your maximum HP. That is amazing. Cures poison. Oh yeah, this is definitely the worst gun. Okay, she raised an eyebrow. Jane glanced at one of her weird instruments. I found something for you. Science stuff. Oh, I love science, Jane. Thanks. Don't mention it. Oh, Blosium-coated diode. Neat. Florence attaches one of the science doohickeys she gave her to a weird backpack. Florence's gun damage has been increased. New skill, enlightenment field. Is that a skill I have? Maybe not. It doesn't seem to show here, so I don't think it's a skill that we have. Unless I'm completely overlooking it, but I doubt that. It's impossible for me to overlook things. I've got glasses. Or do I? Okay, so you're still not sure why you decided to paint that. Oh yeah, good point. Anything else we can do over here? Oh yeah, this one's for you, I suppose. You holler for Florence and she comes over to you. Whoa, Nelly, hold on a second, that's a ghost. Those things are dangerous. I wasn't expecting to see any of these here. What? You're a ghost hunter and you're specifically here to hunt ghosts? No, that's just a ghost. This is a ghost. A greater haunt originating from spectrum transmissions. Totally different from a ghost, except for the name you mean. Anyway, those things can be pretty tough. Heck, I knew I should have brought a bismuth bomb. A what bomb? Bismuth. It's a sort of silvery metal that screws with spectral energy the way iron does with magnetic energy. Ah, so where do we get bismuth bomb? Bismuth. Normally I just make them myself in my lab. Well, so much for that idea then. But that workbench we found earlier might have the stuff I'd need. Let's come back later. Seems like we can get more XP from that. All the way here. Hey Florence, can you make a bismuth bomb out of this stuff? Bismuth, come on man, it says it right on the containers. Fine, can you make it though? Oh yeah, I can. Stand back and watch the master at work. Stand back, I said. Florence goes to town with a hammer and pliers and comes back with a metal sphere. There's a grinning skull painted on it and a big red button on the side. But that's probably intimidating at least. And it ain't just a pretty face. Prove. Let's go ahead and walk silly. What is this? What is this walk here? Soup, tell me, what's that walk here? Okay, go for it. Great, better cover your ears and eyes and well, just cover your entire head. Let her rip. I'll be in this shoot if you need me. Okay, that was pretty cool. A big old particle. The skull is funkier than the coal from Mecca, not think it's coal from Medina. You could disappoint so many kids on Kindle morning with this amount of coal. This isn't just a trickle of coal, it's a whole huge pile. I mean, it literally starts off with just a trickle and then just gets more and more, somehow. There's coal under the weird machine now, so everything should be ready to go with whatever the weird machine does. Let's move on. Hello. What's cracking? How you doing? What's cracking? I suppose there's nothing else here then. Alright, well, we are not about to fight any spiders here. The boiler's off, but the coil tank is full. All you need to do now is press the ignition button. You see it's picked here. Pour a little bit of boiling water onto the dirt for making hot mud. Turn it on. Probably need a vial or something for that. Maybe. Not sure. We'll figure it out, certainly. Aha, turning on the boiler solved the ice problem. My scientific hypothesis has been proven correct. But we don't have direct evidence connecting the ice to the... Don't you try and pull a post-hoc ergo prop to rock on me. I'll shoot you with my science rifle. In that case, I totally agree with you. Let's hunt some ghosts. Oh yeah, let's hunt some ghosts. It's peanuts, after all. The radios are burbling merrily and producing plenty of heat now. A still life of a fruit. Must be in the dining room. A big rack of expensive-looking plates. Look more closely. Ah! It says boo! Oh no! That's bad. This ghost is covering his face with invisible food. Maybe he's the ghost of an emperor. Correct his manners. Hey buddy, hey! Huh? Come on man, at least use a napkin and stick your pinkies out or something. Oh, sorry about that, I'm just so hungry. What's going on here? This waiter doesn't know how to make ghost food, so he's just giving me imaginary food and hoping I don't know the difference. If you're kind of bad about bringing me into this mess, so I've been pretending to eat it to humor him. I'm starving. Ah, you need some actual ghost food. Maybe I can help you out with that. Oh god, yes, please. Specifically what I want is a bowl of chili. A bowl of chili without a gun in it. Okay, what? That's what I'm craving. I guess it's probably because of how you died. How did you die? Well, I was eating some chili and it had a gun in it. Did you choke? What? No, it went off and shot me to death. Why did... Look, all I know is I need to oil a bowl of gunless chili in order to satisfy my hunger and pass on to the afterlife. Okay, I'll see what I can do for you. Hey, chef. One of the museum staff is apparently serving an empty place to the ghost who is politely pretending to serve the food in by the fistful. He seems too busy to talk to you. Oh, so that's one. Understand. It's a deserted desert cloud. We've got a small blowtorch. Okay. Interesting. Anything on the road? Apparently not. So let's go into the kitchen then. Oh, that's the exit apparently. There's a little tin on here labeled chili spice that might be useful. There's a ghost here mumbling and muttering and jamming it with something about eggs. Interpret his disjointed ravings. Hang on a second, you tried to poach an egg by shooting it. For dadgum, yes, that's what I did. Heck, course I did. That's how you poach an egg. Puppy didn't raise no fool. But dashgum, what? That's not how you poach an egg. What you talking out of your head like that? Course it is. No, it isn't. That gummit boy mean my pappy and his happy. And this pappy been poachers all our lives, and I know more about poaching than you ever will. Okay, but that's not the same kind of poaching. I saw this dadgum sass much talking, boys. Poaching's poaching. I'm going to prove you so wrong as soon as I figure out how. Good point. I'll prove it sometime. The door to the ice cream. I mean, bags of frozen food, unidentifiable matter, frozen solid. It's a magic plan, deep frozen. All frozen goods have unknown composition and provenance. Not so frozen food. Hey, hi, excuse me. You seem to be trapped in a block of ice. That was just what I wanted to talk to you about it, actually. Can you get me out of here somehow? Besides the whole frostbite thing, I'm supposed to be running the elevator, and there aren't any proper stairs in this crazy place, so that's kind of important. Let me think. I mean, we've got kerosene and a match, but it should be exploding things. I could get you out with my magic. Lava fava. Or the blowtorch. Let's just use magic. You mean like the sort of magic you use to blow up monsters? Because that doesn't sound safe to me. Hey, relax. I'm an expert. I've got at least rank 3. I don't know what it means. Is it a lot? You summon a huge mystical lava fava bean and managed to get it at just the right range to melt the ice quickly without burning the woman trapped inside. Whew, you had me worried there for a second, but thanks. I'd better get back to my elevator. If you ever want to go down or up within a limited range, come find me and I'll hook you up or down. The job well done. I'll need to do something with eggs for you. Some decorative dried plants. Oh right, we've got XP now. Not enough though. Howdy. Thanks again for the help back there in the freezer. This is the elevator. Unfortunately, all we can do at this point is go to the second floor. Why just the second floor? The bottom of the third floor is missing. I'll bet anything the other housekeeper took it and hid it in some hilarious place. She loved wordplay, that's why they fired her. That and other stealing important things and hiding them. Second floor, please. In front of these fronts. The bottom edge of this frame looks thicker than the other edges. No, it doesn't. Depending of a complicated shape. Oh, the restroom. We've got a rich toilet to flush. It's a medicine cabinet, which is a cabinet for doing medicine. Interesting what's inside. Ointment. That's what's inside. Old-timey ointment. It's a fancy vanity and it reminds you of your own fancy vanity. Indulge it. A little bit of XP. What's this? It's like a normal bathtub, but the faucet is up really high and there's a curtain behind it. Big curtain. It's curtains for you. You got an item shower curtain. What do I do with a shower curtain? This is actually just a white sheet. The shower was invented to these so recently that they haven't really figured out what these things should be yet. I see. Just a white sheet then. Pretty cool. Room 1. Bard. The ghostly cloak runs hovers quickly over to you. No dear, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What? Why not? What's in there? A customer. He hasn't paid his bill, so I was forced to lock him in there. Until he does. I know that seems mean, but one has to take a firm hand with these things. How much does he owe you? Friend of meat. Now is he supposed to get meat to pay you if you won't let him out? It's a fair question dear, but that's on him I'm afraid. We should take 150. Can I just pay his bill for him? I guess I'll pay 150. Well, I suppose it's better than the nothing I've gotten out of him, and he seems perfectly content to just stay locked in there, so alright. Let's go ahead and enter the room here. This plan is real, but the pot's fake. How do you have a fake pot? There's a guest bed, which is like a normal bed with worse mattress. Hey, somebody left a wallet in the nightstand. We've got some meat back. There's a bookshelf. The purpose of trusting your heart, considering your soul by loving your true self, the rules of nurturing your marriage, tidying up your spouse without really trying. Advanced beancraft, once again. Useless. But we got some XP from that, so it's all good. Look in the mirror. A small XP. One of the museum employees is sitting here reading a magazine, as you can see. Congratulate him on his newfound freedom. Congratulations, I freed you. You're free, huh? Free from what? Well, from being locked in this room with nothing to except read that magazine. Ah, so you freed me from having an excellent excuse for not doing my crappy job. Well, you freed me from the burden of relaxing in here instead of emptying trash cans and cleaning toilets. Great. Look, you're a real hero. I could just lock the door again. No, it's too late now. I'm free. Free as the wind blows. Free as my job blows. Thank you. You're welcome. He leaves, taking the chair with him. What? Okay. This door's locked. You wait for the cloak to look the other way and quietly pick the lock. Enter the room. There's nothing in here. The mirror on this vanity doesn't work. What? How? There's a nice landscape painting on the wall. Examine it. This painting of the Countess is nice, but there's nothing very interesting about it. It looks like the sort of thing you'd find hanging over the bed in a mid-priced hotel room. Or a bed of breakfast, come to think of it. Guess it's a little weird that it's hanging over a stepladder instead of bed. Maybe the last occupant was a really short art aficionado. Take a closer look. Happy little trees. Oh hey, according to signature. This is an original Darius Cleek. Never heard of him. You know, now that you're looking closely at it, it seems like the painting is sticking out from the wall more than you would expect. Take it off the wall. Well, what do you know? There's another painting underneath it, the painting of a safe. This house must really be old if you've got jokes of this vintage. Can I examine the painting? This cabinet says seen that pound cough before. Take it off the wall. But it is, of course, a wall safe. Of course. You inspect a large wall safe, which is securely locked. Well, we can crack it easily. The safe swings open, is empty apart from a rolled up poster of Rita Hayworth. Search it anyway. Determined not to have gone through all this nonsense with nothing, you carefully search the empty safe. Eventually, there's a click and the back of the safe swings open, revealing a secret passage. I guess that explains the stepladder. Fine. Oh, we're in another room. It's the Sue kid. So it is. Haha, good one. I'm glad you think so. The homophonous nature of soon so suddenly is rather punch, yes. Is that soon? Yes, very good, very funny. Listen, are you going to loot this container or what? Why so serious? Well, you're kind of driving the joke into the ground now. It's really good times. Not really times, only so. Just come on, this has totally stopped being funny. Oh, is that so? Yes, it is. Are you just masking me? Do you just not want what's in this? I do want it. I want it so bad. Look, Sue, just don't get on my nerves now. So what? So what is that there is an item in here that you need for progression, and at this point I'm sorely tempted to not give it to you. So don't give it to me. Oh god, just take it, okay? Take it and get the hell out of the script. You got an item, elevator button. Thank you so much. Please just leave. That's awesome. The proximity of lamp makes this plant look extra healthy. This armoire is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Oh! Science stuff. Hello there, are you here to laugh at me, huh? No, not at all, I wouldn't do that. No, of course you wouldn't, nobody ever laughs. I ever made a single person laugh in my entire career. That's the left turn I wasn't expecting. It was a career, I used to design gags and novelties, but I was terrible at my job. I couldn't come up with a single novel idea. This conversation seems oddly familiar. See, even my very presence is unoriginal. You're just being too hard on yourself. I bet you invented all kinds of good stuff. My best invention was fake vomit. It looks just like fake vomit, but surprise is real. that was the one that got me fired. What other novelties did you invent? You must have had a good one. I invented a kind of mixed nut that has a spring in it, so when you open it it'll spray out everywhere. That's kind of funny. Nobody ever would open a can because of how it said deadly venomous snakes on the label. Yeah, that explains. Anything else? You know those flowers you wear in your label and sprays water in someone's face when they smell it? You invented that, that's a classic. No, I tried to combine it with the chewing gum made out of hot peppers. You invented a boutonniere that mazes people. People seem to like this little sea monkey thing, so I thought maybe I'd do it out. It's so funny though. And I thought itching powder's pretty funny. You made itching powder out of brine shrimp. No, they are aquatic, it wouldn't work. They use spider eggs. Oh my god. I tried to make an ultra-realistic stink bomb using pure methane gas. It turns out pure methane is actually odorless. That isn't why thoughts smell bad. Also, it's extremely flammable. You know those fortune-telling fish, the little cellophane things that curl up in your hand to predict the future? Sure. I don't know how it happened, but mine were 100% accurate and it was always terrible news. I tried to improve on the classic rubber chicken. Let me guess, not rubber, good gas. Once I made some glasses that let you see through people's clothes. Wow, right down to the skeletons. Oh, okay, well that's still pretty cool. Except for the part where they get cancer, yeah. Oh god. I've told all the ones I can remember. I can tell them to you again if you want. No, don't worry about it. Oh, hello dear, welcome to my little B&B. Would you care for a room? No thanks, I won't be staying for that long, hopefully. Wait a minute, yes. What's B&B stand for? Boo and breakfast. Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was expecting. Why do you say your B&B? This isn't your house. Oh, I know, dear, but nobody was using these guest rooms, and there were ghosts hovering around with nowhere to be. I got to feeling homesick for the little B&B I used to run when I was alive. So I thought Mr. Gunn probably wouldn't mind. You see, fair enough. What happened to your eye? It was such a foolish accident. I had a guest I was suspicious of, a nervous, twitchy little man. I thought he might be mixed up in something bad, and one evening as I was passing by his room, I gave in to temptation and peeped in on him through the keyhole. Did you see anything? Well, only for a moment. He was cleaning a small pistol. I suppose I must have made some noise because he suddenly jumped and the gun went off and it hit you. That's right, straight through the keyhole. That's how I died, in fact. Jeez, I'm sorry. Thank you, dear, but it's alright. It serves me right for spending a guest, is how I look at it. Is that what's keeping you here? Girl, no, I think I paid quite sufficiently for that transgression. What now? I don't want to go to heaven missing an eye. It wouldn't be as nice without depth perception. You need a new eye. Yes, can you help me? I'll keep an eye. I'll see what I buy. Damn, Sue. All those paintings over there are so funny. Gunman, I guess, free. Alright. Hey, it doesn't stop where the wall should be. Go through it. There's some candy in the nightstand. 9 out of 10 dentists would be repelled. Cat's eye candy and sugared pork balls. What think to you about this thing anymore? Oh yeah, I hear ya. The ghost of the depressed novelties inventor is still sitting here. Talk to you. How did you die? I was working on a new invention, an exploding cigar. I thought that would be pretty good. You light a cigar and it's fine for a second, but suddenly it goes off, a big bang. And you jump in surprise and everyone laughs because you nearly had a heart attack. Funny, right? Sure, I had a snag in development though. Well, I figured I'd use gunpowder for the explosion, and you can't buy it already packed into these little brass cartridges, so that's inconvenient. Do you mean bullets? My first test run was a real mess, I can tell you that. So anyway, now I'm a failure and I'm dead. Maybe I can help you out. What do you mean? Your initial idea was pretty funny, I guess. It's just your execution that was the problem. Execution was the problem. You're a laugh guy. Maybe you can help me after all. See if I can figure out something for you. So far, nothing though. Anything in the other rooms, maybe? Maybe something to do with any of these paintings. Doesn't look like it. A messy stripe of brightness in a dark background. That's called art, I suppose. What about this? This painting is covered by a sheet. Remove it. It's letter B! Oh, I see where this is going. This painting is covered by a sheet. Remove it. Ah! Ah! Oh no. A bunch of T's and a bunch of different typefaces. This one is more avant-garde, I guess. These are the 3 kinds of tattoo that have been invented so far. It's a list of statistics about the gallery. Read it. Okay. That's a ton of numbers. States. It's a list of all 45 states, including California, Tennessee and Louisiana. I wonder what we'll get next. Maybe it'll be the Gh-gh-gho-BOO territory. Wait a minute, the stats plaques there are only 3 statues now. Investigate, you peer closely at the statues until you find the one that you're pretty sure is just a guy covered in flour. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Look, I'm 95% certain you're a real person or a statue. What are you up to? I'm a statue, go away. Okay, now I'm 99% certain. Go away. What's your name? Paul, go away. Hi Paul, I'm Sue, what are you doing? I'm pretending to be a statue so the ghost won't get me. Go away, you'll blow my cover. Okay, I'll see what I can do. You're having quite a presence. Oh, a list of boring laws from before the cows came home and everything got fun again. More laws, each one more complex and boring than the last. It's a small gospel of legalese and you're not hungry. Legal, yes. Objection, huh? What are you objecting to? Your face, overruled. What's your problem anyway? Bah, it's legal stuff you'd never understand. Yeah, try me. Fine, what's the maximum legal caliber for the civilian handgun? 8. 100, 800. Try again when you actually know anything about gun law or anything nuts. Was I close? I guess not. We have a ton of things to investigate then. What about this painting? You don't know what these cans mean, but you know they mean it 12 times. Abstract bodies. Let's go into the library, you might find something here. A book is a terrible thing not to read. What does this switch do? Ah! So funny. This time I wasn't actually expecting it. There's a big dictionary on a pet store. Could come in handy if someone tells you to look something up in your funkin' magnals. Gun law. To smell both a radish and a spoon. Well, that's... Look something else up. Help. A confused host used to carry candy. How about horse? Look at horse. To transport a policeman underneath a machine is hard to fathom. Howdy. This ghost librarian is glaring at you as if you daring me to make a noise. Excuse me, but shh. Oh, sorry, it's just... Okay, geez, is this good? I suppose it will do. Now, what was your question? Can you help me with some library stuff? Could you perhaps be more specific? I'm looking for a book on a specific topic. I'm afraid a card catalog is out being reorganized. Someone sorted all the cards by call number instead of by title of author, which made it quite useless. You have to search the stacks manually. How do I get started? You can't find a book on some topic to what you're looking for. Its call number will direct you to other books in the topic. Thanks. So basically I would have to look up law then. The time of Professor Snake used in religious ceremonies. Oh, well, okay. Cool. Rope and rope, identical looking books with only numbers on the spines. You have no idea where to even start. Oh, hello. There's a guy lying here, trapped on an evilized book. Are you okay under there? Shh, no talk in the back there. Sorry. Jeez. The guy's still laying here. Take a closer look. Turns out to be a book about geology. It's bound in stone, and it appears that each chapter is devoted to a different type of stone and is printed on slabs of a certain question. This isn't going to be easy to move the book with muscle. You managed to eat the book off the guy. Oh, thanks, I thought I'd never get out of from under there. At least I know all about the particular type of granite described on that one page. How'd you get trapped like that in the first place? Well, work at the info desk in the visitor center. So on my breaks, I like to research different kinds of info, just in case anyone asks. I guess you never know when someone must ask you about rocks. Exactly. Oh man, I'm getting lit back. Thanks again. Feel free to stop by my counter if you have any questions. Sure thing. Turn off this light. Turn it on. Who knows? Yeah, I think we just want to go ahead and get back to the first floor then. Oh, we can go to the third floor. That's right. I always hated these things. Donkeys, huh? This is the music room. A musty, decaying pile of old music room's basement. We've got dueling banjos. There's a library code number written on the spine. Oh, cool. This woman doesn't seem to be interested in anything other than cranking the hurdy-gurdy and disconnect the crank. You definitely disconnect the crank from the hurdy-gurdy without alerting the woman's attention, but it turns out you needn't have bothered. She continues to turn the crank blank-eyed, even with nothing attached. You grab the end of the crank and pull her very slowly to the gift shop, where you find a Victrola to plug her into. Problem solved. Welcome to the Good Man Visitor Center. Oh, thanks. She seems just as happy here as she was before. It must be nice to have a calling. Oh hey, thanks again for rescuing me from that hedge maze. Hello, either I never asked you what you do here or I've already forgotten. I run this token smashing machine. If you buy one of the commemorative tokens from that other machine over there, you can put it in this machine here to roll it out flatter, and stamp it with a logo on one side and a front picture on the other. Can I interest you in one? Sure. I want a badass shotgun. Nice, that's one of Miss Gunn's loudest inventions, She takes a token, puts it in the machine and happily turns the crank. It makes a loud grinding noise and your token drops out into a slot somewhat longer and thinner. Thanks. Let's take another one from Magic Rifle. And I believe I also have a third one, a pistol. And that should be about it then. I have plenty of these things. Hi. Thank you again for freeing me for that book. You still kind of have marks where the engraving is pressed into your face. I'm hoping they fade with time, but if not, I can always quiz myself while shaving. So what do you do here? Provide information. Want some? Great, that's what I'm here for. What would you like to know? What can you tell me about Miss Gunn? Her full name is Teresa Olivia Gunn, but informally she goes by Terry. She was born in 1847 to Reginald and Priscilla Gunn. Her mother was a mathematician and founding member of the Western Society of Mathematics in 1870. And her father was a catapult operator in the unpleasant disagreement of 1862. She invented the gun in 1869 at the age of 22. There's a photograph of her on the wall there, accepting a prestigious inventor award. She met her husband Dan 20 years ago, in 1875, and they had 3 daughters. Other than that, there's not a lot we know about her. She's a very private person, especially after she gave the house to the Historical Foundation and locked herself in her room 4 years ago. Anything else you'd like to know about, yeah? What about her family? Well, I see, she met Dan's staple remover in 1875. He was the inventor of the staple remover, did you know that? They'd met at an inventors' convention 3 years previously. Dan decided to take her last name because he had wanted to call his invention Office Chompers, and he was always a little annoyed that people called it after a man instead. He had 3 daughters named Dorothy, Blanche and Rose. Unfortunately, Dan vanished mysteriously in 1889. Shortly after Rose was born, nobody knows what happened to him, but it was generally assumed he was killed by bandits while he was on the road for gun industry's business. I know all 3 of the girls went missing the year after. They went to summer camp and were just never heard of again. No ransom, no anything. Miss Gunn was never the same after that, naturally. She started blaming it on ghosts, though as far as I know there's been no ghost activity here until just the other day. Anything else you'd like to know? What about Gunn Manor? Isn't it amazing Miss Gunn had it built in the mid to late 70s when she and her husband decided to start a family? It was finished in 1877. It has 8 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, plus a whole host of modern conveniences like electric lights, a coal-fired boiler, and a bowling alley. My personal favorite room is the library, but I guess you already know that one. Miss Gunn donated the house to the Historic Society in 1891 with the provisions that we keep the place properly maintained and send news up to Ruben Kitchen Dunwriter. She's actually never come out of her room since then, although she still communicates for the telephone or the house intercom sometimes. Anything else you'd like to know? What about rocks? Great, I know a ton of stuff about rocks, and specifically igneous rocks and granite in particular. Did you know geologists call granite massive because it doesn't have any internal structures, and also because it comes in great big lumps? Nice, tell me another one. How about this one? Granite contains at least 25% quartz, which makes it useful as a resistor in all kinds of medical devices. How about this? Obsidian is a type of volcanic glass that, if chipped properly, can be so sharp that it can cut a razor blade in half lengthwise. Neat, tell me another one. Hitting someone with a rock was the very first human invention, and the second was swearing. I get that. The upper section of the Earth's crust is made of 94% igneous rock and 1% marzipan. The word granite comes from the ancient word granum, or grain, because of its pleasant weedy smell. Some of the most interesting rocks in the world can be found near the 4 magnetic poles. Well, what do you know? Tell me another one. There are over 700 different types of igneous rocks, and only 3 of them are edible. What? Edible rock? What? Granite is frequently used as building material due to its strength and pleasant grey color. Granite was an integral part of the architecture of many ancient societies, which is why the ruins of those buildings still exist today, unlike those of the ancient peoples who built ordered structures out of cheese and wheat paste. What? Okay. Granite tables are frequently used as bases for optical instruments, because they're very stable and easy to see. Sure. Granite gravestones and memorials are considered a status symbol because the tools to carve and engrave such hard stone with speed and precision have only recently been invented. In fact, until about 15 years ago, there was only one workshop in the world that produced them, run by the inventor Alexander MacDonald, who also invented the Harsburger. But that proved less popular because Harsburger is not one of the edible kinds of igneous rock. Well, what do you know? Tell me another one. I suppose we have gone around now. Are you cleaning? I assume our hero and savior. Good job. I haven't greeted you, now stands perfectly silent. I get that. I definitely get that. So, apparently that's all we can do in here. Okay, sure. Let's go back into the manor then. This is not the right entrance here. Apparently the front entrance to the manor is here instead. Just had it all wrong. That's on me, of course. Anything I can do in the dining room? I don't think there would be anything yet. Yeah, nothing here. We'll have to go to the kitchen first. I love how it says boo basically everywhere. Can I help you out just yet? Not yet. Okay, sure. No problem. Let's take a look at the parlor again. A sofa with nice throw pillows. There's a tea card laying with tea things. We've got tea service. Why didn't I get that before? Oh right, there's nothing in the cellar. We'll have to go ahead and explore the third floor a bit more then. I feel like all we went to was the music room, right? This is a bassoon, and you know what they say, it makes an ass out of and what? Boo! Ah! You always hated these things. We've had that lady here to crank it. The hurdy-gurdy's neither hurdling nor girding. Good. There's a music sheet on paper, and a music sheet. Play dueling banjos. What about this guy? That's the ghost of an orchestra conductor, unless he's a ghost of someone pretending to be an orchestra conductor. Either he's very agitated by something, or he's conducting Flight of Bumblebee. Try talking to him. Sorry to interrupt, but I can't actually hear the music. What are you conducting? It is the finale of the year 1812 Solemn Overture by Tchaikovsky. Oh, the 1812 Overture, sure, but that would be my second guess. I saw orchestra like door ghosting or something. What? Ah, I see, there is no orchestra. Only if this piece of music irrevocably lodged in my head. It has been nagging me incessantly ever since my death. Did you die during the performance of the 1812 Overture? That's correct, yes, very astute of you. And the finale of that piece features real, actual cannons, right? Is that how you died? If it was my fate to be slain by a piece of music, cannons would have been far preferable to my utterly fastest demise. What happened? The Overture requires several cannons because it is impossible to load a single cannon quickly enough to fire as the score demands. However, the stage we were performing on could not have borne the weight. What did you do? I was not informed of the difficulty until it was far too late to make any changes. It transpired that the stageman had decided it would be sufficient to give a box of bullets to the tuba player. He was shot by tuba. I was shot, I should say, by tuba. Wow, no wonder you ended up by a ghost. Oh, it isn't the ridiculousness of my death that troubles me, really. Accidents happen as with any of the performing arts. A colleague of mine was decapitated by an errant symbol during a performance of Paganini's Violin Concerto No. 1. Such are the risks we take for art. Gosh. The problem is that the 1812 Overture's finale is a very dramatic and energetic piece. With this music constantly replaying itself in my head, I've been utterly unable to find any peace. I'll see if I can think of a way to help you. I must play the dueling banjos. I can't play the dueling banjos myself, I don't have no arms. Florence, sorry, I only played the bagpipe, not very well. If it's a bagpipe, how do you know? You're not fun. Got it. Kids room. Oh, it's some relaxing music. Wow, that music is creepy. So it is. Looks like this is where the creepy music is coming from. Blank sheet music, 5 minutes count. Okay, spooky lullaby sheet music. This teddy bear has been comprehensively and enthusiastically disemboweled. Oh hey, we've got a bad of stuffing. The composition of this painting is bad in every way. Yeah, I agree. It's full of baby supplies you don't understand, like burping soap and nursing pads. Oh, it looks like we ran out of time actually. So let me go ahead, stand over here, and I'll end the episode. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Subscribe and hit the notification bell in order to be notified whenever a new video comes out. Leave a comment in the comments below, share thoughts and feelings with what you know the drill by now, guys. Come on. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.